Alright, time for some solo gathering in the Black Zone. And because I was running around the same way all day long, every weekend here, checking out Thunder Rock Upland all the time, I'm kind of bored of it, so I will go a different route this time. I am going to go towards the west. And then from Sunken Bow Spring, I want to go to Driving End, and then here to the northwest, and then venture into the western inner circle of the Black Zone. Where do I need to leave if I want to go this way? West, northwest. Definitely going to take a invisibility shrine. Let's see. If I can actually find some nice resources in these usually empty maps. Like, I'm going to enter 2 tier 7 maps and 1 tier 8 map. The tier 8 swamp is not necessarily always empty, but most of the time it is, and when it isn't, there are very, very dangerous people. And I'm not that insanely safe with this mount, even though it at least has some bonus resistances, which is pretty nice. Definitely have a decent amount of CC resistance. Getting a bunch from my shield, getting a bit from my mount, actually resulting in me only, well, right now 181% CC resistance. Pretty high. The spider is moving quite a bit, or at least it was, so maybe somebody is doing the spider right now. But I'm not sure if I want to have some business with that. No, that's a few too many people. A couple too many. If those were like 2 people trying to do it, maybe getting low, I could have done some invisibility gank. Using my invisibility potion, then going into my armor and then try to execute somebody. With my blood ladder E. Definitely possible, and with this invisibility shenanigans, very, very unpredictable. They will not know that I'm coming. I mean, I do want that. I do indeed want to kill this drone. Oh, anything valuable? They're only using Swift Claws. They are actually interested in checking out this green drone. Well, 7k silver. Babylonian energy, pretty valuable. It's very unlikely that this group has people in this map, but I could have preemptively taken a free charge on the road portal. Because people like to gank in this map. I don't know if this chicken guy did belong to somebody else. I would guess that it is rather unlikely, and I think that this group is much more interested in actually checking out this insanely big chest. I saw somebody with a fiend cowl. Scary. 6.0, kinda want to gather it. 5.1, I don't care. There's a roads portal pretty damn close to this big tier 6 stack, so I guess I'm going for it. Should be safe enough. It's pretty close. Not many pieces on these tier 6 stacks here on the war. polar bear. Fisher. Is he also interested in gathering this? Probably not, he's probably just trying to get through this map. Using a bear, pretty risky. 4 out of 30 already. Somebody has already been chased away. I mean, I've seen some people using fiend culls, possibly gankers. More pieces of fiber on this small stack than on the big one. Low value resources. But still good enough. Still good enough to reach the 2 million power under these circumstances that I'm playing with. Do I want to go to the southwest? I've never really had any luck in Fire Sink Trench, I think. I never found resources. So I could instead go to Sunken Bow Woods. Let's do that. Let's do that. I never found anything in this tier 7 snow map down there, I think. .0 wood. Juicy loot. I'll take it. I don't know, maybe I'll skip it, to be honest. Could actually skip it. This is 5.2, no. It's 6.2, that's already empty. I really could skip that wood. I really could, but should I? Not so sure. I mean, it's really not very valuable. I am gathering tier 6 resources. But do I want to walk such a long way? It's not that long, but I kind of want to check out the southern plateau. All these roads portals closing in 30 minutes. Interesting. Do I walk these 12 meters? Gather this wood. Do I do that? I think I do. I think I should. And in this case I probably am going for the big stack. The juicy tier 7 stuff is gone. Tier 7 swamp. In the past I've not really found much here either. So far it's at least not terrible. Getting a bit of tier 6 wood on the way, which is not very valuable. 569 right now per piece. But it's not terrible either. Filling journal, having the filling journals, having the chance to get a I actually don't know how these things are called. Fame tomes that give XP if you read them. For the gathering profession. Not going for the swamp dragon. Takes forever to kill it. Usually doesn't have any pieces. Tier 7 wood. How valuable is that right now? 1k. 1.03k. And it's of course lighter than tier 6 wood. when you compare the silver to weight rate. So it's actually not too bad to find more tier 7 resources instead of gathering tier 6 resources, but of course I still have much less gathering speed for tier 7 resources. So it's also a bigger time investment, but my carry weight will not go up as quickly. Considering how rarely I die doing this, I could also try to go for Spectral Diabor. But a Spectral Diabor has even less defensive stats. It's so easy to dismount it. Maybe Spectral Diabor plus Gathering Gear, to be honest. Then the question would become, which kind of Gathering Gear though? 7.2. Sadly only 2 pieces. Not too interesting, but nice little bonus, I guess. Quick 40k. Not nothing. Right now I'm finding a somewhat decent amount of resources here. I think. I mean, they're relatively worthless. Oh. Should I spend more time in this map? Maybe I should. Here on the plateau I'm finding decent amounts of stuff. I'm going to check out the whole plateau. But I've also seen a lot of empty stacks already. So I'm really not too sure about checking it out so thoroughly. Not finding anything crazy yet. Even though 7.2 would be somewhat crazy if it was full. But in the end, just 150k or something, so not too insane. At least something so far. Pretty sure that I'm not reaching the 2 million per hour with what I'm doing right now yet. But I definitely have the chance to find a lot of 5.3 and 6.3 as well while checking out all these places. So it's not like it's a terrible idea to do it this way, I would say. But perhaps this map is just a tiny bit too empty. 15% enchantment rate. I'm finding a lot of tier 6 trees. But I'm not too insanely lucky with the enchantment on those. Also finding a somewhat decent amount of tier 6 fiber. Maybe most of them are not even that full. So I'm going to check behind the lake after gathering the big stack. And then I'll continue towards the southwest into the tier 8 map. Not seeing any people in this map. Last map was the tier 6. Well, tier 6 doesn't matter. A rare wisp, a chance to find a tier 8 mist, a chance to get quite a lot of money per time. Let's see. It is tier 6, so I'll have to say goodbye. A swarm dragon in the middle of nowhere could have a lot of pieces. I have cooldowns, that's annoying. Two out of 5. No, thank you. I mean, to be honest, it's much more valuable than all the other tier 6 resources. Even more valuable than tier 7 wood. So, maybe I should be taking this. Maybe. It really doesn't feel worth it when it only has 1 out of 5. 1.387. Getting quite the big bonus. Gathering bonus, premium bonus. Finding a few resources. Do I want to check out this weird little place in the west? I could. Somebody has been gathering here, so not like the chances are insanely high, but I'll check it out. It's going to be the last place that I'm checking out in this map. Afterwards I'm not going to return. So why not? Why not? 7.1. 7 out of 9. So it was worth it to come here. How valuable is one piece? 4.8. 4.8k for one of these pieces. It was worth it to come here. And finding some things. Huh. But I've checked out quite a big part of this map already and didn't find too much. So I don't think that I want to spend extra time. I'm just going to gather the rest that I find on my way towards the southwestern exit. Not 100% sure how much I actually want to check out. But definitely this little half island thing, whatever. Not really an island. But closed off by the river, partly. For the most part. Running around for 18 minutes. The stuff in my inventory was worth like 700k. So I do have 400k of loot right now. In 20 minutes. Not good enough. No corpses, so I guess I'll try it. No corpses, so I guess I'll check out how many pieces this Swamp Dragon is going to have, and it has 5. I mean, one piece is worth 1.2k. If I knew that all these would be full, I would definitely kill all of them. Would be pretty good loot. The journals, the tier 6 high journals are of course also much more valuable than all these other journals that I have in my inventory, except of course the tier 7 stone journals. But still, this stuff here is pretty much gone. Time to get out, basically. People have been taking too much from what has been here. Tier 8 map. Tier 8 swamp. Potentially dangerous. Naked guy. Is in a group. He's not in a group. Is he chasing me? Well, let's test it. Oh, an aspect. Not the map to do aspects though. I don't think I want to kill tier 6 Swamp Dragons here. Even though there's no other possible tier. 4 Swamp Dragons. Let me quickly snack this tier 8 hide though. It really didn't seem like this guy was particularly chasing me. Would definitely be smart to have scouts standing at the exits telling a ganking group that somebody interesting is coming in. Not sure how interesting I'm looking, probably not too insanely interesting, but I do probably look like a kill that's worth 1 million, which is pretty nice. You usually take that as a ganking group. Unless you have like maybe 30 guys, but if you have like 30 people in your group, then you'll take anything anyways. Because otherwise you're too bored. Because nothing is happening. Do I want to check out the fiber area? Somebody writing in the local chat. Looks pretty damn empty here. I don't know if I want to risk my life for some tier 6 fiber in the big fiber area. There are people. Gypsies. Looks like ganking group. Northeast is the better way. He came from the east though. So I should go for the west. Was I too slow to check those people? To inspect them? Well, he really didn't hit anything. But there's another person. So, 16 seconds until I can mount up. This is going to be a difficult one. Definitely want to go the way to the northwest. I'm going to lose a lot of time here. But I think... this is really annoying. Is it though? It is definitely annoying because I have a lot of cooldown. On my mount. But I do have a solo dungeon. The solo dungeon is going to help me a bit. I probably have more mobility. Right? Well, I hope I do. Looks pretty okay. I want to use all my mobility spells one more time and then A out. How long does Aing out need? Too long. Need to win a little bit more time, I think. He's really fast. Should be far enough away now. I mean, I'm at the end anyways. So I do not have any other option anymore. But to A out I will have invulnerability. Let's see what I can do. Do not have damage on myself right now, but I have a lot of cooldown. Looking pretty bad. I wanted to reach the Rhodes portal. Looking pretty bad. Was there a way to escape? I don't think so. Could I have done more with the solo dungeon? Not really. Me walking towards the west. I didn't get very far. I wouldn't have reached the Rhodes portals, and they must be aware of that. It's my only real chance to be really annoying for those guys. Oh. Nah, looking pretty bad. That's a problem with the boar. Simply doesn't have any movement speed. I also didn't feel like it could have just efficiently ran out of their reach. I felt like I really had to try dodging the only chance to get out, I would say. I mean, if I had a gallant horse, I would have been 100% safe, but I would not have been able to gather all these garbage tier 6 resources, which do give a nice amount of loot. And it does indeed happen very rarely that I encounter a group like this in a situation where I cannot get out. Relatively often I can turn around early enough or something. Me wanting to try to check out the tier 8 fiber area actually killed me there. I mean, it's probably not even worth it to try to check it out. But, no, probably not. Like, I'm always worth around 2 million when I enter this place. So I probably should never walk into this area. It is way too easy to kill me. Especially when I'm using this garbage mount. Okay, do I have any other items that I want to use? that I do not need to buy additionally. Shield, nope. Assassin jacket, nope. Boots. Royal sandals. Would I have survived with the royal sandals? Not really. They wouldn't have made a difference. I was already dead at that point where I got my boots perched. Shield. Oh, come on, offhand. 54, 19, quite the difference in price. Oh, assassin jacket. How expensive are those? 69, 91, 64, let's take that. Soldier helmet. 29, 25 and stronger. 25 and stronger. Can I get a great quality? Not 2k more for 40 IP more. Sure. Like, or rather 30 IP more. But sterling K. Actually, doesn't matter if it's 4.0, 4.1 or anything, like the energy regeneration those things give is so low that it really doesn't matter. The question now becomes, do I want to walk the same way? Settled wild boar. Do I want to walk the same way? Tools. Pickaxe. Or do I want to try another one? Because I really kind of would like to walk this way. Not gonna lie. But this group is definitely relatively well coordinated. Which is not very good when I'm using this garbage mount. Sunken Bow Spring was my death. So I'm going to go to River Corpse Curve, I guess. And walk the usual way. Or do I want to check out the tier 7 map again? Nah, I'll try it one more time this way, even though I really wanted to check out this way. Well, one more try. I still need my journals. Gotta get the journals rolling. Tier 7. Or stone. And tier 6 for everything else. Lumberjack. 6 books. Gamekeeper. Kinda don't need 6 books for them, to be honest. I do not find enough hide. Gamekeeper. What is it called? Dropper? These weird names. At least for somebody who's not a native English speaker. And Prospector. Okay. So this should be my second or third death. Also I need to... Oh, I probably should be taking invisibility. Anyhow, what was I about to say? I also need to differentiate between these runs and the runs into the tier 6 and tier 7 maps that are close to the Limhus portal. Those seem to be, of course, much safer, obviously. There do not seem to be too many dangerous ganking groups, while when I'm going deep into the black zone like this, into the valuable maps, at least theoretically valuable maps, practically they are just as good as random tier 6 maps that are like 3 maps away from the Lumos portal, sadly. And those maps are much more dangerous. There are much stronger people, much more dangerous people. 5.2 would be kind of nice, but I don't think it's worth it to lose my invincibility to get that. Northwest into southwest. I think I'm not going into the Tirade Swamp right now. I'll not talk about the reasons. 6.1 wood. If it was 6.2, I would take it. I would take it. That's just a gatherer. Gathering 5.1. Height. Not too scary. The next map is pretty dangerous as well. Pretty much. But the last couple of times that I walked through it, I mean, I didn't walk too often through High Tree Borderlands. Actually didn't do that too often, if I think about it now. But this map is amazing for ganking. It was tier 6 wood, I could have taken that. Kind of don't want to gather too much in this map. Because, as I've said, this map is amazing for ganking. Really easy to cut off the ways here. Really narrow way towards the exit that I want to reach. Not very comfortable. But it doesn't seem like people are camping here right now. Or they are busy. Also possible. Okay. Northwest again. I kind of want to walk a different way though. Just in case of somebody leaving some 4.3, 5.3, 6.3 on the floor. 6.2. The worst 6.2 possible, but still 6.2. Still gatherable. 8 bit 61. Or basically a tier 8 resource. Sadness. Possibly a lot of fiber. And it really doesn't seem like these big stacks, these big public static stacks can actually enchant themselves over time. But maybe they can and I just never notice. Would be kind of nice if they did though. I would like that. Some more garbage 6.2. Still more valuable than the tier 6 ore. Well, perhaps it's not because I'm not getting any fame for any book. For any journal. Well, I am definitely getting some fame for my tier 6 ore journals. From this flat tier 6 ore. actually being worth a tiny bit more than 600 silver per piece. People have been gathering a lot of tier 6 ore here though. They do know that it's worth it. Or they wanted to be leveling. I think I died at like 30 minutes or so. Just thinking about that right now to be able to think about how much profit I made per time in the end. Excluding the first part, basically. To still be able to look at the efficiency. Not going to go back for this ruined ore there. Whoops. Quite some pieces on the fiber. What did I want to look at? 3 assists. Okay. Was that tier 9 gear or tier 8? I think some definitely had only tier 8 gear, and yeah, this guy also only had tier 8 gear. Tier 8 excellent, which is not terrible, but oops. Basically a ganker, so I need to walk away. Yes, he's in a party. Oh, was that guy invisible? I guess. Definitely a different group than those gypsy guys though. Only using tier 6 here. Anyhow, from here on I want to go to the northeast then. They did gank with invisibility. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. But had a carving sword and some... How do you call those? Gloves? Gauntlets? I don't know. Not too extremely scary. Unlike those gypsy guys. With their pretty decent levels. And high numbers of people. Even though they didn't seem to be a huge group. But maybe they just split up because they already knew that it would be enough to catch me. I don't know. Probably not though. People are usually way too bored to play this patiently. If they had 30 people I probably would have seen more. Random guy. Doesn't matter in any way. Tier 7 forest. From here I can go to Thunder Rock Upland. If I want to. Could also immediately go to Wailing Bulwark. Let's go there. I really want to check out the northwest here. I want to go the western route. Even though Wailing Bulwark is definitely a spicy place. So, I mean, I will immediately turn around if I see anything scary there. Because that's my only chance that people are not ready yet to cut my way off. With this gear, which is relatively cheap for my standards, it's kind of okay. Die like, I don't know, once every 10 runs, 15 runs. I don't know what the rate is right now for me. But when going for like pure gathering like this, either deep into the inner circle of the black zone or... Ooh, I kinda want that. I kinda want that. Let's take it. Throwing blades. And regeneration. I do want to kill this. And just spam my boots. For more regeneration. Tier 3 mod. How much fame is this going to give? Like 400k? 300? Definitely a book, maybe 2 books. $300k fame, 1 book, 60k silver. Like the time investment is worth it, definitely. 60k silver for this amount of time is okay. And it's also cash. It's safe. Any resources? Let's take a look at the west quickly and then... Even though the middle plateau is probably more promising. But I've also never had any luck in this map. Except one time and then I died. So I was lucky finding some good resources and then I just died to some weird group. Once. And all the other times I didn't find any resources here, so... Let's just get through this quickly. I don't have very high hopes for this map. Not seeing any corpses, so I could try going for these animals, but... Everything else is empty. People should also be taking the height. 1 out of 5, yep. Time to continue. No corpse once again, but... The chance is so low. Okay. Tier 5 map. Northwest. Northwest to the Wailing Bulwark map. A useless garbage stack. I almost don't want to gather anything here. Except 4.3, 5.3 and 5.2 resources, except 5. No, I would even take 5.3 stone. I would even take that. That should be worth 1k silver per piece, or even a little bit more. Not 100% sure, and also I haven't checked it in like I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Could change. Definitely could have changed in the meantime. Tier 8 desert. Without roads, portals. With only 2 exits. Let's go. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Big stack 7.0. 6 hours until that opens. Do I want to take these hyenas? There are corpses. There are indeed corpses. I would love to gather this big stack, but I would also love to survive. And I think these two things are very hard to combine. There will be situations where I will survive, but it's also not that insanely valuable that I should risk my almost 2 million for that. I don't think so. If it was like 7.3, 8.2, I would risk it. I mean, I would take a look at least. Because if I'm just a little bit lucky, I will get like twice the loot. Twice the loot value of what my gear is worth. So I only need to survive like once for it to be okay. Pretty much more like once or 2 tries. There's a person and the gatherer. Okay, I don't care. I should have invited him. There's a corpse, so let's skip that one. Let's go for this. Hopefully it has more than one piece. Invite. He's not in a party, that's good. 5 out of 5. Somebody has taken the 7.0 hide. Can definitely make good money if I find more 6.1 hide. 5 out of 5, 6.2 is pretty nice too, but seeing this many resources here is not a very good sign. But this is the same guy, right? So just a solo ganker basically. Yeah, just a solo ganker. That's fine. Solo ganking. Unlucky. Unlucky. He switched to his gathering gear. He might try to gank me again. There's so much fiber, holy. It's not very valuable. It's a different guy. He's in a group, that's bad. I have been spotted. There's a person. Cannot invite him. Are they in the same alliance? I'm seeing a bit too many people for my taste. But I'm not directly getting chased. The resources here are good. But dying would definitely be pretty bad. Solo ganking. Unlucky. Not seeing too many resources here. Would have loved to continue towards the east. Looked pretty good there. So many fiber stacks. Even though they are not very valuable. But I also saw some full enchanted things there. But there are people. Kinda need to be careful. Pretty far away from the exit already, so pretty dangerous. If a ganking group finds me with wolves going here into the edge. Feels pretty suicidal, but just want to find the 8.3. Where is it hiding? Oh, it's not hiding here. Not worth it. Slowed for a million seconds. Really bad. Was thinking about if I would be able to kill it before it can get its slow spell through. But sadly I wasn't able to do so. Not finding too many things here. I don't know. Maybe I am finding a decent amount. 5 out of 5 is pretty nice. Tier 6 high, that's pretty good. If I would constantly be gathering this kind of stuff. If I can survive this map somehow. The inner tension. I got hit by the slow. Simply doesn't work. I don't have enough cooldown reduction, or rather it casts its annoying slow spell too early. 5 out of 5 is pretty damn good though. So I guess I'm going to check out the way. Or do I check out everything? I feel like I should only be checking around around this way basically. But I'm also kind of tempted to check out everything else. Just because it's a tier 8 map. With juicy 24% enchantment. Even the 0.1 resources here are pretty damn good. Imagine finding some 7.1, 8.1, 6.3. One out of 5? That's not good. People have been gathering here. That's really not so nice. Being dismounted AFK in the tier 8 black zone? What could go wrong? 5 out of 5 once again. Let's see, let's see. I'll take him. I'll take a look. The good stuff seems to be gone. A lot of tier 6 resources seem to be still there. Not sure how dangerous this map is. I haven't seen any dangerous group yet. So far, so inactive. I mean, in the beginning I've seen so many people there. At the entrance, for some reason. Have they all been lured in? Hey, this worthless tier 7 stack? Worthless is an over-exaggeration, but... I mean, it was hype at least, so it's kind of not terrible and stuff, but... Risking 1 to 2 million gear for that is not really worth it. Especially not in this kind of map. Is this guy alone? He's using a halberd and he's alone, okay. Yes, I'm taking these things. I have a lot of carry weight. I'm gathering this kind of stuff. Myself. So surely I take it. Is this halberd guy going to pop up by using some invisibility potion and try to kill me? Like that other guy. Maybe. But if he's solo, it doesn't matter. Maybe he has a chance if he purchase my boots and I have used my E here killing the hyena. So I guess I'll save my E now. One out of 5 only. Sadly. %carry weight. Anything nice here? Usually not, because people know how these maps are looking, but I'm lucky. Well, like the minimum luck. I guess. I got 3 pieces at least. From that one piece that was on the ground. Out of 9. This should be worth less, right? 964. It's okay. It's lighter. Not really, but you know what I mean. More silver for the amount of weight. Getting relatively lucky with my gathering bonus and premium bonus, it seems like. I did get 1 tier 8 resource. Only spent like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes in tier 8 maps so far. This map definitely doesn't seem to be empty though. And for some reason no dangerous people are finding me. It's getting pretty close to the server maintenance, the daily server maintenance. It's in 1 hour. So maybe stuff is a little bit more inactive right now. Still a potentially dangerous map. Do I want to check out everything? I've seen too many gatherers, right? So I should not stay too long here. I've seen way too many gatherers. I've seen way too few gankers to actually have high hopes that I will find much in here. Just take everything that I see. Three out of 5. Like, the stuff that I'm finding is decent. But I do not have high hopes to find much more than that. I don't think the chances are too high. Like, how many gatherers did I see? 1, 2, 3? Me alone. Like, I alone would easily be able to clear this whole map, not leave anything. If I just have enough carry weight, I guess. Stuff is pretty heavy. I want to use my pork pie. Stuff is definitely pretty heavy, so maybe I wouldn't be able to clear it solo with just a boar. Maybe not even with a dire boar, which has almost twice the carry weight, I think. Any more juicy hyenas waiting for me? Oh wait, almost didn't see that one somehow. Three out of 5, solid enough. Keep killing hyenas. Check out this area here in front of the exit, and then I'll leave. Like 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. This is good enough. Good enough. And of course always the potential to actually find some tier 7 hide, tier 8 hide, tier 8 fiber, tier 8 ore. The chance is just pretty low. Also, of course, the chance to find some 6.3. A lot of 3 out of 5 hyenas. Definitely solid. Can also still change my boots for the extra carry weight. Need to remember that. In case of not wanting to leave yet. Because I'm finding enough valuable stuff to stay in some kind of map. Not very lucky with the enchantment so far though. 24% enchantment and I don't know. 95% of the resources that I'm finding are not enchanted. At least not the ones that I'm still there. But also the resources that are already taken still count. For that enchantment matter. Okay, should be enough of this map. Going out. Tier 7 map. Tier 7 desert waiting for me. Also potentially good. We'll see. Definitely has potential, but definitely should also be pretty desirable for other people. People should be doing stuff in there. Once again, a big bunch of random tier 6 resources. No enchantment sadly, but still something. The most valuable one being this empty, but there's also the corpse. That could have been the foreshadowing. So if I would guess, I died at like, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes or so, needed like 5 minutes to re-gear and start going again. So after that, 40 minutes have passed. And right now I do have around 700k loot. 700k loot in 40 minutes is not very good. I mean, I've been walking a very long way. Definitely I've been walking a very long way. Didn't find anything crazy. No 6.3 yet. No 5.3. No 7.2. No fame books. I will want to take the northern route, I would say. Check out all the plateaus. There's a red circle, which is not that good for me. Which way is it walking? It's not walking at all. I think I saw... Oh, now it's walking. I think I saw a core, a blue core. Which may be the reason why they have gathered together. They went to the outpost basically and then they vanished. That may be a bad sign. It could be a ganking group then. Jamaica. It's a fighting group. He probably saw me mounting up, right? So he would not chase me now, right? Because it may be a pretty bad idea what I'm doing right now here. Because I'm putting myself into a pretty bad spot to escape people, but my hope is that people would never expect me to walk this way. And likewise completely lose track of me. So I can continue doing my stuff. This guy is using very weird gear. Could even fight him. Just would need to use my helmet very early. To not... I think he was using a demon cape. I'm too slow to invite people. Wanted to go to the north, but there are people. Annoying. Do I really want to go to the north? I'm seeing some resources, I guess. Next map is going to be tier 7 into tier 8. There was some fiber. Well, I'm probably not going to turn around for that. I kind of have seen 2 gatherers already, which is pretty bad for me. Maybe not the best idea to check around here. So we'll look behind this territory, but we'll see. We'll see. A resource territory. People have been taking stuff here though. Anything nice in the corner? Or were people too brave? Looks like it. Somebody has been taking even the tier 6 stuff. Somebody was as brave as I am right now. Sadly. Nothing really. Thinking about tier 7. Just some random tier 6 resources, that one rhino that has already been contested. I guess it's time to get out of this map. Not as many hide stacks. Not as many... Yeah, well, not as many hide stacks as well. But also not as many hide pieces on the hide stacks as in the tier 8 map. Time to leave this map. The enchantment is not bad. Just the amount of resources that is there is not satisfying. 78% carry weight. But I can still change my boots. There's also some tier 6 fiber in the east. Let's ignore that. Let's ignore that. I want to get out of this map. It does not seem to be worth it. And then I will get like, I don't know, 800k from this drone. Purple drone. Pretty promising. 150. 7. That was not that valuable. This is very valuable. Don't really have space for the rest. One of these things was garbage. This is kind of garbage, but whatever. I do have enough space in my inventory. Boom. Got a little bit lucky. Did finally find something good. And then it wasn't even something that I could gather. But sooner or later everyone will get lucky. You just need to survive. And bring the loot home. So, tier 7. Tier 7, tier 7. Back to back. Tier 7 desert into tier 7 desert. Random hyena. Another random hyena, no corpses. Let's go. There's a gathering area. There will be hyenas, but they will all be on low pieces. I would assume. Because everybody knows that there's tier 6 hide. And it's of course in a terrible spot. There's a road spot relatively close though. So it's not that uninteresting. Unattractive. I mean, I will definitely check out this part and probably this plateauish part there as well. And I will probably get to 100% carry weight in this map and just teleport out of here. I will definitely take a look at how expensive teleporting is, and maybe I'll go into the road and see if there's a quick way to get close to some kind of town, so my teleport costs are reduced by a lot. Teleporting right now, right here, costs 270k silver. That's kind of expensive. That's indeed kind of expensive. So I will definitely take a look into the road bottom. And I'll do that relatively early so I can move on very early. Potentially. Come on. Thank you. What? They're all in range? I mean, I have a relatively decent chance to find a baby there. Relatively. A lot of 6.1 height, I like it. Having full hyenas is pretty damn good. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Start having hopes for this map. Kind of looks like I'm going to change my boots to carry weight. Can I find more of that good stuff? Water 5, the person. He's alone. Okay. I'm cool with that. I don't care. The bleeding doesn't take as long as the slow effect, okay. Do I want to check out everything here? Five out of 5 is quite a lot. I already changed my boots. Do not have too much carry weight left anymore. 277k silver. There doesn't seem to be anything here though. Oh, is that 6.2? It's taken already. Getting quite a bit of height this run. Much more fiber though. Oh well. That hyena. I like it. I like it. I like it. But my carry weight is having some problems. Hopefully this roads portal does have... I mean, it's really easy to get closer to any town from here. Like, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the Black Sea. Can't really be farther away from portals than I am right now. Which is also kind of the reason why I've made so little profit per time. Because I simply walked such a damn long way without gathering too much. Of course, not really finding too much on the way. Otherwise I would have already been full before reaching this place, of course. Hopefully this roads portal will be helpful. The chance isn't too bad though, but not too insanely high either. We'll see. I mean, if it's not good, I will just gather until I reach 100% in this map and teleport anyways. Who cares? Will be nice if I can save like 200k silver, but it's not too big of a deal. Still pretty nice to reach town safely, very quickly as well, even if it costs a little bit of silver. Still need to consider that I can die anytime again. I'm just using this saddled wild boar. If I'm randomly found by some bigger high-tier Gaking group again, that is a little bit coordinated, I may just die again. So teleporting is really not that bad. Even if it costs 300k silver. But this is just a sign for that gathering closer to town is just much better, I would guess. Basically the same loot, just much lower teleport costs, much lower. And of course much less dangerous gankers. The gankers are much less dangerous. There's a hyena, but there's also a corpse. I don't care. Well, I do care about that. That's a lot. I guess I have to kill this. Let's take a look at the roads. Or do I go to 100% carry weight first? No, I'll immediately look at the roads. Even though I shouldn't. 20% enchantment rate, and I'm really finding a lot of resources here in this map. This map is pretty damn good right now. I kind of should go to 100% before I go into the roads. Because I already know that if I see a nice roads portal there leading me to a place that is much closer to town, I'm immediately going to go there. Not going to come back, is that? The cotton is not the 0.3 resource. Sadly. Sadly, it is a resource that is already gone. Come on, mod up. Oh, really? I was about to ask anything else here, but yeah. Quite a bit. 94% carry rate. I'm finding so much stuff here, I really should gather until I'm full. I will do so. Everything else is just silly. The chance of finding good stuff here with this amount of resources is just too good. 20% enchantment. A million tier 6 resources. Let's take everything and then go home. I mean, it's a tier 7 map. I could even find tier 7 resources. Enchanted tier 7 resources. Nonetheless, I'm of course going to take the tier 6 stuff. Order 5, tier 7. Fiber, another hyena. That could probably... That could definitely... I really want this rhino. I do not see the HP on the rhino. I need to find this guy for it. I could have used the hyena here. Can I win against this guy? Don't think I can. No, not really. I sadly cannot win against this guy. I found one good resource, and then there's actually competition. Sadness. I could change my spells and try to win, because I have higher tier gear. He does have good levels though, and his items are so much better, and I do not have combat spells. Combat potions. It's really annoying. Nah, my gear is just way too bad. Really annoying. 7.2 hide. Right in the moment that I find it, there is competition. And then this guy even has good gear. That's so annoying, so sad. Why would he be using good gear? Why would he be having solid levels? Sadness. 7.2 height. Probably like 10 to 13k per piece, I would guess. Oh, that's so many hyenas, I don't even need that many. Already at 99% carry rate. A lot of hyenas. Time to go home. Teleporting here would cost me 284k. So many resources in this map. Mudfoot mounts doesn't sound too good. Mudfoot mounts. But as I said, I'm really in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's much better. It's really good. It's really good. Like, it would actually make sense to bring back the loot and just come back through this road portal and continue gathering in this map, considering how many resources there are. It would actually make sense. Would be worth it. But I don't have the time to do so. And I also don't feel like doing so. Like, I'm already gathering for 1.5 hours. So it's enough for me for today. Teleporting costs me 74k only. Save 210,000 silver by walking this way, by checking out the roads portal. By spending 1.5 more minutes, basically. 1.5 minute for 210k silver is pretty good. So I've been running around for a pretty long time now. Let's say 30. So for 1 hour, I would guess. 1 hour, I would guess. And I have gotten 1.79 million loot. The last map was good, and the purple drone was good. And I also paid 70k silver for teleporting. So almost 2 million per hour. Even though I wasn't very lucky until I reached the last map, but the last map is so deep, it's really just takes a very long time to get there. So hard to gather it profitably, to be honest.